Hello everybody, my name is Shima and welcome back to the Chimer channel. Today we're going to be talking about my second marathon, aka my marathon qualifier for hopefully my first ultra marathon. Now if you were here last week, you know that I just ran a half marathon, and 1 week after that run I decided to go the full distance and run a marathon at an attempt to qualify for the 2025 January ultra marathon in Dramano. Now this run I did end up not qualifying with a time of 5 hours and 24 minutes, opposed to my old time of 5 hours and 35 minutes. But in reality, I had to have 4 hours and 30 minutes or less to qualify, so I was quite off. But I still think it's worth talking about this marathon as it is my second shot at it, and a lot of funny things happened. So of course, I want to tell you the story of my second marathon. Now this story starts at 5 a.m. I woke up, I had a decent night's sleep, maybe 5 to 6 hours. But for me, if I wake up at 5, 6 a.m., I'm always gonna feel refreshed compared to if I have 5 hours sleep and wake up a bit later in the day. Now when I got to the park, I was feeling quite nervous, and understandably, you know, marathons put you through a lot of pain, and I very much remembered the pain I went through last time. So when I got to that park, I was sitting there being like, oh shit, I'm about to die. And yes, I'm here 2 days later after the marathon. I still feel the pain, and I know why I was nervous. I started running, and this time I was a lot better off than my first marathon, understandably, since it'd been 3 months. And the first 20 to 40 laps, like the first 20 laps, I didn't feel no pain. I just kept on going. Every 7 kilometers, I took my gel pack. Every 30 to 40 minutes, I took my salt pill. And that made sure that I did not get cramps. It made sure that I had plenty of energy. And these gel packs, I didn't know that how effective they were until I actually started trying to use them at 7K intervals. But every time I took a gel pack, my energy went from, oh shit, this is going to be really hard to keep for 40Ks to, oh damn, this is calm. Right? So these gel packs were insane. But when we got to about lap 20, I'd assume we're at about 7 o'clock. Not many people had come to the park by this point. I may have seen 2 to 3 different people come in at this point. No other runners yet, because it was a Sunday, and most people are doing that on a Sunday. That was definitely a prop, not me being completely tired. But yeah, that's what most people do on a Sunday. Wake up not at 5 a.m. or 7. They wake up at like 9. So there wasn't many runners there. But there was one motherfucker that showed up, and he had a dog. Now the track that I run at, it's my local circuit, and it's also known for a place to walk / run your dog. Now I've taken my dog there, but my dog is not a he does not jump on people like this dog did. Now, one thing you gotta know about running a marathon is that at a certain point, your body starts to get a lot weaker than it is in its full physical form. For example, when I'm 20 to 30 Ks in, my body is quite strained, and I'm very fragile, so if I get a little knocked by something, like a small animal, dog, I would probably get knocked over. Now this one dog kept on goddamn running up to me and trying to sweep my legs, jumping on my calves repeatedly every single goddamn lap. Every single time I passed these guys, bang! Dog came in and jumped on my legs. Now this would be fine. Normally if I was running a 10K, I would have just shrugged it off, but it's a lot harder when you're running long distance, especially since it does not help with cramping at all. Now, I read this thing online where when you're running for a long period of time, one thing you have to avoid is sudden movements. This is because your legs and arms are doing the same motion for hours at a time. Like my time was 5 hours and 24 minutes, right? So my legs and arms are going at it for so goddamn long that any sudden movement could cause extreme cramping. And this dog, like, it's 20 laps of physical torture to me. I feel like definitely caused me good cramping. Because after lap 40, oh my god, my legs were in so much pain. I was cramping up so hard. And I'd already taken salt pills, so I didn't think this was going to happen. But by about lap 40, I was 30-something Ks in. I was looking at the time. I knew I wasn't going to qualify. So I stopped taking the salt pills, I stopped taking the gel packs, and I just sort of was like, all right, time to finish this race, and we don't have to go all out because we're not going to make the time. So it was generally impossible because I think I had half an hour left, 10 kilometers to run. wasn't going to happen. So I just went into reserve mode and finished the race as best as I could. Hello, Editor Chimmy here. There's something I just remembered that I left out of the story that I really want to put in because it was funny. Basically, a thing that I do when running, well, something that I don't do when running, is listen to music. And the funniest thing about this marathon to me was lap 40, I was feeling pretty down. You know, I brought my AirPods just in case I needed the extra boost, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna listen to music for the last 10 laps. I'll probably get sub 5 hours. So I buckle the first one. I'm like, all right, but unbuckle the second one. And these are the clips that are holding my vest on. And I'm going to reach into my backpack. As soon as that second one falls down, as soon as that second buckle falls down, I'm like, fuck that shit. And I buckle back up and keep on going. So don't listen to music. Stay hard. Anyway, back to the video. And a good note about this time that I ran the marathon. This time I was able to run at least 85 to 86% of the entire run. Whereas the last time, I think I ran maybe 70 to 75%. So there is a lot of small improvements that I got from this run. But there's also a lot of things like I only improved by 11 minutes, which is not that good. You know, to have qualified for this ultra run, I need to improve by 1 hour and 5 minutes. And now I only have 17 days. But my blisters are double fucked because I didn't let them heal from my half marathon and went 1 week after to the marathon, that made them ultra fucked, and now I've picked at them, and now they're open wounds, and they hurt like a bitch. What am I gonna do from here? I honestly don't know. You know, running is something I hold true to my heart, and I really want to run a 100-mile race one day, and that is my goal. So far, I've done the 25-mile run twice, or 26, I don't know how much a marathon is, and I am honestly terrified to do it again. It's scary, because that race that I just did gave me so many motions of failure and, oh my god, I suck, you know, why can't I improve, all these things, you know, and it's left me with pain that I'm gonna feel for at least a week. And it's really hard, but I look at any athlete and I look at their stories, or if you look at the big stories, the big known names in the movies, they all have their struggles, right? They don't just become this amazing athlete right off the bat. And I look at myself and I think, you know, I've only been running for 9 months. I am getting better. And there's no point in saying, oh, at least you ran the marathon. Because again, that's just feeding an ego. Like, that's not what I want to do. I'm here to get better. I'm here to get the job done. And I didn't get the job done. And that's the reality. So what I need to do is just keep on getting better and keep on trying. And look, if I don't qualify for this marathon, maybe they'll switch me to the 28K and still run a 28K, which would be the longest race distance I've done. You know, not full distance, because obviously I've done the marathon twice, just not an official race. So yeah, I think that's my plan. I'm going to try and give this thing one more shot. I only have 17 days left, and I do really want my feet to completely heal this time before I run. But yeah, there's a lot going on in my mind right now for running, but I want to share with you guys because, you know, I share my successes on this channel. I share shit like my creepiness sometimes, and I'm gonna share my failure. So yeah, I think this marathon was, you know, a bit harder. But it honestly, before I wrap up this video, I do want to say the extra gear that I had helped me a lot. Like, I had this camel pack. And if you don't know what a camel pack is, it's basically just a bunch of water on your back. And it always has this little hose. And the hose you just like clip onto your vest, which I had around here. And then you just put in your mouth and you suck and you run. And generally that shit made me feel like a freaking soldier. Like, running around that track, I felt like a Marine training. And I reckon the people around me probably were like, what the fuck is that guy doing? I literally heard when I walked by these guys with the dog, they're like, what are you even doing, mate? And I just ignored them because I don't care. But there's so many people that probably thought I was like some elite Marine soldier. At least that's what I tell myself. Anywho, I'm going to keep on running. Don't worry. I'm not giving up. I'm just a bit disappointed and demotivated. But that's it for today's story. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you need motivation to go out and do something, this is your sign. So go out, do your exercise, do your work, do whatever you need to do, and I shall see you in the next one. Peace out.